This looks like a really tight race here as far as the popular vote. Joe was at 49.9 a while back here, and Don was at Trump. He was at 48.5, but he gained like close to 100,000 more votes and went to 48.6, and Joe Biden went down to 49.8 from 49.9. But what I like about it here is this shows clearly that Biden's going to eventually get this state with the 6 votes, electoral votes. And this right here is presumptive of Donald Trump, Nebraska. And what I like about this is Wisconsin is 51 over 47, Trump. And Michigan is 53. Clearly there's a huge lead, huge. 9% vote there, 9% lead rather. And then you got Pennsylvania 56. Man, that's like that's right there just telling you Don's gonna win that, Trump. Then you got in North Carolina, that's kind of a 1.4 lead by Trump. 94% of the votes are in on that one. Then you got Georgia 93. That's like the same thing, but that's like a 1.8 lead by Trump in Georgia. So all these states right here, Trump is leading in. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alaska. And Biden's only got that one state left he's gonna win. So if you just kind of take that already, give it to him, let's go up 244. And Trump has the potential to win these other states. It's clearly obvious. Even with that lead, he's got that small lead. He's got the potential to win Georgia, North Carolina. Hopefully win North Carolina. Trump's at 213, so he can get Wisconsin, he can get Michigan, he can get Pennsylvania. Surely he's got that. They just ain't gonna call it right now. North Carolina, he's got that slight lead. And what did I say, 1.8 lead? So Trump does, and he's also got a 1.8 lead there in, I think that's what it is, in Georgia. And he's got 14.5% lead in Pennsylvania. And he's got a 9%, a little bit over 9% lead in Michigan. And he's got almost 3% lead in Wisconsin. So, and then, but over Trump, he's got 3.3%, something like that, in Nevada. Nope. 3.6 or 2.6, something like that, 2.7, whatever it is, I don't know. But yeah, look at there in Alaska, buddy. He's tearing them up in Alaska. So hopefully Trump will get it. Hopefully Trump will win. We don't need socialism. We don't need Marxism. Government of the people. Last night, that wasn't last night, that was the other night when I showed that video there. I was taking a video of the monitor there, and you can see the leads that President Trump had. I mean, he had big leads. And then all of a sudden, as the night went further on, up until Wednesday morning, today's Thursday, of course, then those leads started changing. Wisconsin went from to being led by Trump to being led by Biden. Michigan the same way. It looked like it was been staged or planned that way. Excuse me. Somehow or another, it looks like it's been staged or planned that way. That was the most of the votes that Biden can get to become the next president. I'm not saying that Biden did that, but Hannity, Mike Levin on Parler, they have pictures and things like that, and the one person on there on Parler showed a picture, and I'm going to show it here at the end here, of the turnouts in a lot of these states. The registered voters, and then the turnouts. The turnouts were from people, the voting turnouts were from people who were not even existent, evidently, because the voter turnout in a lot of these states was way more than 100%. That just don't make sense, as opposed to how many people were registered and how many people weren't registered. It showed how many people were registered to vote, then it showed a voter turnout, which was way more than those who were registered to vote. No, those votes were added by people. People try to rig the election, trying to make the outcome go toward Joe Biden. And he should denounce it. He should put it down, or at least he should concede Michigan and Wisconsin and say, hey, I concede my lead there. It needs to be recounted, and let's go from there. That's the way it should be. Or every state that shows more votes than there are people registered, he needs to concede to whatever he's leading in. And I think Georgia was the only one down at the bottom there. I'll show it here in just a second. That didn't have that issue. But anyway, it needs to be reckoned with, and it needs to be done. Something needs to be done now, not later, right now. Real quick, like I was looking at Parler, and Diamond and Silk, the Trump supporters, were suggesting that it was illegal aliens also voting. So they weren't registered. You know, they could be that, and they could be people that added them in there. And yeah, so yeah, this is a break of the law. This goes against the law, and the judges can't see that. They are blind, and they don't need to be judges. And I mean that for the whole Supreme Court. And something needs to be done about it, like I said earlier, right now. I mean, it's good to pray for your leaders. It's good to pray for the president. It's good to pray for the senators and representatives and authorities and what have you. But also praying that there would be no wrong. I mean, those who do evil would get the full brunt of the law. They would be sent to jail quickly. And so whoever did this, whoever allowed it to be done, they're governors in most of those states. Whitmer in Michigan, another governor there in Wisconsin. He's Democratic. Whitmer, she's Democratic. She doesn't like Trump very much at all. In Arizona, they have I think that's a Republican governor. In Nevada, I think that's a Democratic governor. And North Carolina has a Democratic governor. Georgia has a Republican governor. And as you can see on that thing there, it's Georgia doesn't have that problem with there are more people who voted than they were registered. You know, so they need to get down to business and get this settled right now. And Biden, if he's not guilty in it, and I hope he's not, for his family's sake and his sake, he's just, like I said, he needs to concede that they're on the lead in those states that have issues that show more people turning out than they were registered. He needs to back down from that. And if he's the president that he feels that he should be, that we all need, he needs to concede those and say, look, I don't know how this happened, and I'm not going to take any part of it. I agree with President Trump. Those states need to be recounted. and whoever's involved in this, whoever's broke the law, whoever's added more votes, or whoever's let illegal aliens come in to vote, those people or whoever did it, and even the people who voted, need to be arrested or charges filed against them for not being a legal voter or or what have you, or whoever brought the votes in, whoever brought those ballots in, they need to be found and be arrested and sent to jail. You know, that's what the government does. It rewards those who do good and punishes those who do evil. And I think this is why the Lord's allowing this to happen, to vet out those evil men and women who would do such a thing. And if we are a nation that prays and we want the right person to lead this nation, then that's what we need to be doing. We need to be praying for the right person to lead this nation, whether that be Donald Trump or anybody else.